Hey look, buddy. I'm an engineer. That means I solve problems. Not problems like what is beauty, because that would fall within the purview of your conundrums of philosophy. I solve practical problems. For instance, how am I going to stop some big mean Mother Hubbard from tearing me a structurally superfluous new behind? The answer? Use a gun. And if that don't work, use more gun. Like this heavy caliber tripod mounted little old number designed by me. Built by me. And you best hope not pointed at you. To my companion Archibald. While you were away, I was busy coming up with a Team Fortress 2 Halloween costume and stumbled into a build so mentally torturous and unnecessarily destructive that it has been banned in every United State! Except Texas, of course. This build combines the power of the Traveler's Chosen, Stasis turrets, and psychological damage to create the true peak of Crucible meta. I have decided that I am far too busy and wealthy to have to actually fire my guns at the enemy's faces, and being short of a few butlers to do the killing for me, the next best thing is to simulate a Russian winter for the enemy team. Using the ability regenerative properties of the Traveler's Chosen, the hidden armor synergies of the AEON cult exotics, and this legal loophole to Crucible restraining orders I found, I am able to have not only one, but 2 stasis turrets and Warlock rifts up at the same time! How did I come up with such a beautiful symphony of keyboard smashing chaos? Simply put, I asked myself, how can I make PvP so painful they would require a 3-month coupon to therapy? The answer is to force-feed the entire lobby a steady stream of stasis slows so they can never move faster than a garden snail with a limp. Your first step in simulating the speed of Overwatch 2 development is to understand what makes this stasis turret tick. Basically, take an Arc Soul and ask it to grow up, stop mooching off of its parents, and do its best Mr. Freeze impression, and you have a shotgun rusher's worst nightmare. Upon spawning it, the turret has a brief period of damage resistance and has the health of the average Guardian. This can allow you to place it into tactically compromised areas and still get even a morsel of value before being shattered. Just like how you can gain a morsel of self-confidence before having it shattered when weighing yourself on a scale. But tanking isn't why we use the stasis turret. We use the stasis turret because it has an unhealthy obsession with turning anything it shoots at within its 30-meter range into a walking kill tally. These shots deal 10 slow per shot at 5 shots per burst, with about 20 damage per full burst, meaning it can make any Guardian caught in this icy Sauron's eye into an autopop with just 2 bursts. For your weapons, there is only one necessity here: the Traveler's Chosen. This sidearm not only sits in with one of the fastest time to kill archetypes in the entire game of 0.6 seconds, but it also has the highest overall stats of any other sidearm in its class. Whenever you use this weapon to put an enemy into a 5-second timeout, you gain 3 stacks of Gathering Light. This buff makes Quick Draw and Feeding Frenzy look like a dollar store knockoff, as your reloads will not only be nearly instantaneous, but also you can swap on and off this weapon like you were trying to use it to start a fire. Long pressing the reload button will convert the stacks into unpasteurized ability juice, granting 10% per each stack, or 30% off of just 1 kill, if you don't remember 3rd grade arithmetic. This is great for not just spamming more stasis turrets than a middle school student spams meaningless Discord memes, but also your rift with a double bomber setup on a solar Warlock bond will grant even more grenade energy. And just like how Twitter has turned stupidity into a weapon, this rift has also been weaponized. Running this with the Frost Pulse aspect will cause your rifts to freeze all targets in an 8-meter radius. It's enjoyable watching the overly aggressive shotgun apes play spectator as I shatter them into a single decisive high five to the face. Lastly, the armor. To best maximize the uptime of your Stasis PTSD drones, you will need High Recovery, High Discipline, the song Another One Bites the Dust on repeat, and the AEON Soul Exotic Gauntlets. High Recovery is not only a must for high-level play to make sure you aren't having to wait for the release of Destiny 3 before re-engaging, but also it decreases your natural time between your next rift placement, and thus double bomber benefit. High discipline is obvious for increased grenade uptime, and the AEON Cult armor piece with the Sect of Vigor will grant even more class ability energy whenever an ally dies anywhere on the map, which is great because I would happily trade all of my allies for another rift any day. Putting this all together, you will need to throw a stasis rift to start your engagement, place a rift to last the engagement, then consume any stacks of gathering light to finish the engagement. If you are looking to take this build from stupid to downright evil, you can also make your AEON Cult armor purple flavored, and season it with a double dose of bolstering charge, which will grant even more rift energy whenever your stasis turret even lands a glancing blow on an enemy. To further drive home the humiliation of your enemy, run the following fragments: Whisper of Durance, Whisper of Torment, Whisper of Rending, and Whisper of Chains. Durance will supersize the hole the player on the other side of the screen puts through their walls by not only increasing your turret's duration, but also its slow time. Torrent is not only kind of kinky and makes me uncomfortable, but will also grant grenade energy for simply being shot at. Rending will further hurt the feelings and the health of frozen targets. And Chains because it's so obviously the strongest fragment that you would have to be a new breed of stupid not to run it. For grenades, I expect you to run Glacier Wall, or you will be hearing from my lawyers. And for your rift, well, that's up to you. In terms of secondary weaponry, personally I've been fanghosting over the contingency plan, with surplus and kill clip and an empowering rift. Just simply standing in your near constant uptime plus 20% extra sauce double cheese animal style rift makes this weapon into a 4-shot headshot for an illegally fast 0.69 seconds. Nice. Even worse is if you do happen to have kill clip and this rift up at the same time, you can drop to a mere 3 headshot at 0.46 seconds. Even with all of our confectionery additions, this weapon still holds a respectable 0.9 second time to kill, needing only 3 out of the 5 shots to be critical. Try placing your turret into an unusual location and let the arc energy fly. By the time this letter receives you, I will be halfway into Tahiti. Best of luck in that Marvel universe you found yourself in. Your friend, Reginald.
You!
What?
You conniving bastard!
Archibald, how did you even get
You
out?
made it back to the world of destiny.
Now, hang on a moment.
Addressed a build letter to
Take
me.
it easy.
Planned on going to Tahiti.
Oh dear.
And you didn't try to save me! I'm so proud of you!
I beg your pardon.
That is by far the most evil thing you've ever done.
Oh, well, it was nothing.
Though if you pull one more stunt like that again, I swear to God you will end up on the mental with the rest of the Felwinter Simians. Do you understand that?
Understood. Clear as day.
I'm glad we're friends.